Hey, so today I'm going to be talking about the award-winning light novel manga adaptation, All You Need Is Skill. The art is done by Takeshi Obata, the artist of a shit ton of manga, but the main ones are Hikaru no Go, Platinum End, Bakuman, and Death Note. Yes, he's quite a big fucking deal. The story is done by Sakurazaka Hiroshi and Takeuchi Ryosuke. The entire manga is just 2 volumes long, which is collected by Viz into a 2-in-1 omnibus. With introductions out of the way, let's get started talking about All You Need Is Skill. The protagonist just died, but he finds himself back at where he was exactly 1 day ago. But he lets that thought go, writing it off as just a dream. But oh, how he will learn that it isn't a dream. The protagonist of this story is Keiji Kiraya, a Japanese military recruit whose job is to kill mimics. Mimics are creatures that are trying to take over the entire world, and they are very successful because of one reason that I will tell you in a bit. The mimics are gaining ground in every single front, never losing a single battle apart from when Valkyrie or Full Metal Bitch is on the field. Then they suddenly lose every battle. In Japan, there is the last remaining factory where they make the equipment for the recruits, and the Valkyrie's squad is heading there to protect it alongside the Japanese anti-mimic squad. They arrive and the Japanese squad is doing push-ups for 3 hours. Skip to the next day and the battle. Keiji finds himself on the front of the battle and he dies. Just like that. The death was excruciating. He was in agony, begging for the pain to end soon, and then he finally dies. But then he finds himself in the same place once again, 1 day before all the events happen. He's so very confused. He goes through the entire cycle again and dies once again, the same way. He wakes up 1 day prior and just runs for it. There ain't no way he's staying, reviving after experiencing absolutely excruciating and soul-crushing deaths. But by now, he's already made up his resolve. This is the first time we see a big change in him. Skip to the push-ups. He's staring at Val, who just arrived, and he's studying her. She notices he's staring at her and joins the Japanese at doing push-ups. She goes right next to Keiji and asks if there's something on her face, because he was staring at her. Skip to the battle once again. Keiji is now trying new things and observing the battle very closely to learn as much as possible. He dies again. He decides to learn and grow as much as possible by dividing what he needs to learn into segments and focusing on only that. And the first thing he learns is movement. For like 40 deaths or something, he's just learning how to move as efficiently as possible. And at some point, he decides it's enough and moves on to the next category, strength. This one he takes quite longer to finish. And he also realizes he needs a weapon that doesn't require ammunition because that's too inefficient. So we meet this girl, Shasta. She's the best mechanic / engineer in the entire force. Also, I don't know why, but I remember her vision is like 20 to -40, which is just incredibly bad. After the interaction, Kirya gets his axe and realizes how much strength you need to be able to use it efficiently. As if you turn a bit wrong with the axe, you can contort your entire body and die. He takes a lot longer to get the axe down compared to the speed thing. During / after the battle, Rita asks him, which loop is it for you? And then we get her backstory, which is actually pretty sad. At this point, it's Kirya's 258th loop. And he tells Rita that he can also loop, and Rita starts crying. The next day, they head into battle, and Kirya knowing what he must do to free himself. There's a specific order to kill the mimics and break free from the loops. First there are the antennas, and then the server. If you do that, then you break free. Everything is going amazing, and the server is about to be broken, but then he loops again. He is so confused, but he writes the number nonetheless. He reintroduces himself to Rita again, and she starts crying again. He drags her away from the people, but he forgot that this isn't the Rita from the previous loop, and they have to start from the ground up. So they spend an entire night just talking, and the next day they head into battle. Kirya had told Rita the previous day what had happened. They were doing everything the same again, but suddenly, boom! Rita attacks Kirya. Kirya is of course very confused and shocked, but then Rita says, as long as the antenna known as Kirya Keiji is alive, Rita Vratavsky won't escape the loop. And as long as the antenna known as Rita Vratavsky is alive, Kirya will continue to loop. And so, Kirya hesitantly enters battle against Rita and manages to win. He tells her he loves her and then she dies. Kirya finishes the battle and moves on with his life. With her on his mind, he painted his suit light blue, the color she loved so much. I have to say, I love the art in this manga so much. It's quite easy to understand and the actual drawings are very well made. I also love how the manga shows how Kirya with time became more and more emotionless. Like the simple food thing he ate the same thing over and over 260 times. It's like he said, at the start, he liked the food, but after this many times of eating the same thing, even a 3 Michelin star food would taste dull. I'd say the ending was pretty good, though it felt like the pacing shot up towards the end. Like it took its sweet time at the start, which I thought was perfect pacing for the series. It took that pacing and shot it up towards the end. I like the realism in this series too. Like there isn't some plot armor bullshit in the series. It's genuinely just good story writing. I also appreciate the authors for not stretching out the series unnecessarily. It was short and sweet. Those are the main things I liked about the series, but as I said, I didn't like how the pacing towards the end shot up quite a bit. But that's just up to preference. Alright, that's it for this video. Next time on Manga Masterclass, I'll be talking about another series that starts with the letter A, which is Astro Baby. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, as I've set a goal of posting every single Monday without exceptions. And I've been doing it for months now, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!